Good day traders, 1 minute mindset reset. Today we're talking about asking yourself the one question when you take a trade is who is trapped. So we've got markets that are in breakout mode, they're trending, and we're heading into the weekend. It's Friday, we had major red news tonight, and these markets are distended out. For the most part, all of the markets are distended out. Indexes broke down today, and again, it's a Friday. Talk about not counter trending a market that continues to move strongly in one direction, especially headed into the weekend, because they may just drag this further and further or keep traders trapped that are trying to counter trend or look for that reversal that never comes, and they close the market into the close on the weekends. You know, one of the things I've talked about in the past is often with major red news, I will look at oil just to see how it's set up or how it's trading, to identify possibly an easier trade, because oil may not react as much to any of the major red news. Although they may use it to manipulate the market, it may not have as drastic a reaction as the currencies or gold and the indexes. So today we had an oil trade. A lot of traders asked, well, how, it was the first green day. You have to understand, as I repeat this over and over again, anytime a market violates a high of day, low of day, high of week, low of week, high of month, low of month, that takes precedent over every other aspect of the chart. Now, this was a classic textbook broken down market. We have a market that's been trending down, that closed at the extreme. That market then broke out immediately at the beginning of the day, traded, made peak formations above the high of day before breaking down below the low of the Asian session. So you need to ask yourself this one question: who is trapped in the market at this point? And if they are trapped, where is this market going to head to? So your thesis of first green day, first red day, any of that is irrelevant if we have traders trapped in a market that is already trending. So again, think of the longer time frame traders. That is a one-day counter trend in a broken down market. They've trapped traders up high. A first green day, a true first green day, will be a day 1, day 2, day 3 setup that reverses out of the low of the week, trading back to the high of the week, but it gives a low of the day buy setup, low of the session, low of the day buy setup if it presents. So if you take today's chart and flip it upside down, that would be an ideal first green day trade, except that it broke out and failed, made lower high, lower low, pump up after the news for the dump, back down not only through the low of the day, the low of the session, but a measured move for a range expansion targeting where that move began. So ask yourself that question always, especially when you get a 3-session setup, is who is trapped if I take this trade? If you're buying high, are you getting trapped? If you're selling low, are you getting trapped? Again, looking for the pump up for a sell trade or the dump for a buy trade. Today's setup was clearly a pump up for the dump in a broken down market after a failed breakout of the previous day's high. So keep asking yourself, where is the money? Who's trapped? If you cannot recognize something, like the other markets today, not even on the radar, they're all still on front sides of moves in distended markets. They're broken out. There's no sign after major red news of an explosive reversal. Nothing. So the original trend is still intact. No front side break in structure. So those are the markets that you don't want to touch. They could continue to drag traders on a Friday into the close and leave them stuck in a position where they can't get any profits. They haven't been stopped out, but they can't get anything out of the market, and they're holding either over the weekend, or they need to close the trade wherever they're at and call it a day. So oil was a gift. It was a perfect setup today, and that's, this type of day, take the trade, lock it in, walk away, don't even come back and look at this. Those markets aren't going to go anywhere. So keep it simple, folks. Step back, learn from that trade today. When a market takes out a high of week, low of week, high of day, low of day, high of month, low of month, that takes precedence over everything else, especially if it's a failed breakout. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Hopefully you ended the week strong. Keep it going. Keep it growing. 1% better every single day. There's always room for improvement. You can learn something from every single trade. And may the markets go with you.